Welcome back, everybody. We are in our Charlotte Falcons franchise, and it is opening day for 2020. We are taking on the Phillies today. It should be a great game. It's our home opener, opening day, new park, new franchise. Everything is new here. And let's get this W. See, the stadium is packed. So, hopefully we get all the people we need to. Jordan Yamamoto is on the mound. You saw him pitch in spring training. Hopefully he can do a little better this year. His whip's nice. His walk to strikeout ratio is nice. It's a 4-5 record, but you can't really expect much as he was on the Marlins last year. And here steps in JeRKsTArr. Here is the first pitch of the new campaign. It'll be a strike. 2-2 count to him now. And he bloops it in just for a nice little single. That's impressive. Then Andrew McCutchen steps in, and it's a wild pitch, and it allows JeRKsTArr to go to second. Here steps in Rhys Hoskins, and it's a nice little fly out to center. Could have been something, but that'll be it for the top of the first. As we go on to the bottom of the first, JeRKsTArr steps in against Aaron Nola. He placed third in Cy Young in 2018. Last year he had a nice year, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't his Cy Young type year that he had before. On a 2-2 count to Jonathan VR, he singles it straight to left field. Wasn't too bad of a hit. Now, Miguel Rojas steps in, and Jonathan VR takes off for second, and he is safe. So with a 3-1 count to Miguel Rojas, he works himself on base through a walk. Pretty nice walk right there. Then steps in Corey Dickerson on a 2-0 count and lines one straight to center, and that'll bring Jonathan VR home to make it 1-0. The next two men go down on strikes, and Brian Anderson hits a really bad blooper straight to Harper. Here steps in Nick Williams in the next inning, and he launches one over the right field wall for an absolute tank. It's 1-1 now, with that being his first home run on the season. Here steps in against Nola. It's a little grounder to shortstop, and he beats it out just barely. Here steps in the 3-2 count, and it's a hit and run, and it works to perfection. First and third now against Aaron Nola. Steps in the batter. He singles it straight to left. It's 2-1 Falcons. Corey Dickerson steps up and just hits a really nice shot, but Bryce Harper catches it. That is a tough break for the Falcons. Here steps in Rhys Hoskins, who hits one right over the left fielder's head and just gets by him. He strolls into second for a double. Here steps in Didi Gregorius, and he goes down on a strike looking at that curveball. That would not feel too good. Then the next batter comes up, and he flies out straight to left field. Jordan Yamamoto works him out of a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the fifth comes up, and Corey Dickerson works himself on base. Jesus Aguilar grounds one. It is dove on, played. Oh my lord. That did not just happen to the Falcons again. They're getting robbed of some defense here. JeRKsTArr steps in, and he hits one really nicely, but the right fielder makes a horrible diving catch, and it just goes all the way to the wall. JeRKsTArr hits his first triple of the season and his first hit of the season. Jordan Yamamoto facing Nick Williams again. but he gets a ground ball to second base to get out of it. Here steps into the bottom of the seventh, a 3-1 count to Ramirez. And that was a nice base hit. Then Diaz comes up, gets himself a nice little hit. For some reason the runner had to stop on second. Here steps in, and he hits a nice little hit, and that brings home another run. 3-0 count to him, and Jesus Aguilar swings and pops one straight up. Maybe he shouldn't have swung on that one, but it's 3-1 with the Phillies down. Steps in the top of the eighth, and Jordan Yamamoto gives up a nice shot. That makes it 3-2 with the Falcons still on top. Scott Kingery, blasted one. Switch pitchers real quick, and the pitcher instantly walks his first batter on 4 pitches. Faces Andrew McCutchen and instantly gives up another hit. 2 runners on for Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper hits this little bloop shot. It gets past the left fielder, and it gets past the center fielder. That will drive in 2 runs. Bryce Harper's really amped up there. As you can see, he's happy as hell. Gave his team the lead. Here steps in Didi, and he hits another line shot. It will be 5-3 Falcons. 5-3 Phillies, excuse me. Here steps in JeRKsTArr to get him out of it. He strikes out JT Realmuto to end it. But it stops the bleeding. 4 runs they earn that half inning. Pat Venditti comes in, the amphibious pitcher, as you all know him. Strikes out his first batter. Gives up a single to his next one. It was a tough little single. And gets a double play ball, but only get the one at second. Then, after pitching, he takes off for second, and he is safe. Just barely in there, beating the throw. Here comes the pitch to Josh Harrison, and it is a nice ground ball to third base, thrown on to first, and that'll get them out of it. Here comes then Hector Neris to save it. And he is a great closer for the Phillies. Steps in the first batter, and he singles one right past the second baseman. Just barely enough to get on. Here steps in the next batter, and he hits one deep. How far will it go? Not far enough for him. And that'll be a double for Diaz. And he barely slides in there at third. I don't know how he was safe, but he was. Here steps in Jonathan VR, who hits a nice line shot. Is that going to save the game? Not quite. It does score a run, though. The next batter comes up and strikes, grounds out, and that'll make it 2 outs with a runner on third and 1 down. Corey Dickerson steps up, hits a nice shot, but it is caught by the right fielder and Bryce Harper. The Phillies take their first game. The Falcons lose their first game as a franchise. It's a sad day to see for them. But what can you do? As you can see, the win goes to Sir Anthony, Ryan Steck gets the loss, and Scott Kingery was player of the game. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye, my beauties.